Hello guys, today's question is gas station. So what is given in this question is we are given n gas station along a circular route where the amount of gas at ith station is gas I. And what is given, we are having a car with unlimited gas tank, so like any amount of gas we can store in that, and its cost I, and it takes cost I of the gas to travel from ith station to its next I plus 1 station. Your journey, you begin the journey with an empty tank at one of the gas station. Okay, so what is given in this question is like we are given a gas array with ith index indicates the amount of gas it has, and cost, it indicates the amount of cost or the amount of gas which required it from moving from I to I plus 1 index. Okay, so like this is the question. We are at each station we are given a gas which at each station we are given an amount of gas a car can refill, and here it's given the cost from traveling to I plus 1 index. So like from I, if we are starting from here, if we are starting our journey from here, and to reach from first index, that is 0 index, to 1 index, we it will take a cost of 3. It will take a 3 unit of, like we can say 3 unit of gas it take, and from like first index to second index it will take 4 unit of gas, and at first index the refilling of the gas will be of 2 units, and it take 4 unit to reach from first index to second index. So this is basically given in the question. So now what we have to find out, given two integer array gas and cost, yes, return the starting gas station index if you can traverse around a circular once in a clockwise direction. Okay, so we have to return a particular index, suppose a particular index from where we can traverse all the gas station in a clockwise direction. So like if we are choosing any this point like second index, so from here we should be able to travel all the gas station along the path and should come back to its initial position. So and we have to return this, so our answer will be the second index. So we have to return the index of that gas station from where we can like we can traverse all the path in a circular direction, in a clockwise direction, we can return to its original index. Okay, so what else is given, otherwise return once, and if we are not able to like travel the path once, then we have to return -1, and if there exists a solution, it is guaranteed to be unique. Okay, this is the most important line of this question, because to solve this question, the approach we will follow will have a major impact of this line. So if there exists a solution, like if there will be a solution for this case, like if there is no solution, then we have to return -1. But if there is a solution, it is guaranteed to be unique. Like there will be only one point from these all gas station, there will be only one point. It can be any, like 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, it can be any, but there will be only one point from where you can traverse this whole all gas station from starting to like end, to from initial position. We will traverse and we will come back to initial position. That point will exist only one. Okay, so this is our basically solution. So okay, so the question, I think we have understood the question. So now let's discuss some point related to it. Okay, so like okay, so first of all we can see, like if like initially our fuel tank will be 0. Initially our fuel tank is 0. So first of all, if we are starting from any particular gas station index, then first of all we will use that gas to full our tank, to fuel our tank, then to traverse, and we will check if the if current fuel tank capacity is greater than or equals to the required fuel capacity to traverse from I point to I plus 1 point. So if it is not up to, like fuel tank is not greater than or equals to the cost, then in that case we will not be able to travel from I to I plus 1 index. First of all, the thing is that then let's see, like if like we are starting from here, or we are having a car that start from here, so currently 0, so we will refill, so it will be 1. But we our current fuel tank capacity is 1, but we require 3 unit of gas to travel from 0 index to 1 index. So this is not the solution. So this is not the solution, 1 index. And one more case, like one case here, like if we are having, like, consider this case, 3 gas which we can refill in our tank is 2, 3 and 6, and cost for travel is 3, 4, 3. Okay, so like initially we are having 0 gas, and we will, if we are filling all these 3, 4, 3 plus 2, it is 9, and the cost which required is 3 plus 3 plus 4, 10. So when one case, when cost is greater than gas, total cost is greater than, cost is greater than total gas, in that case we will never be able to travel and come back to our initial point from where we have started, because the cost is more and the gas which we can acquire or we can gain in, or in a path, is less than that, the total cost. So at some point in the path we are going to stuck. So that is why when the travel cost, this is like this is one of the most important, like when the travel cost is greater than the total gas which we can get in our all path is less than total cost, then in that case we will never be able to return, we will never be able to return to the point from where we have started. We will not be able to circulate the path in clockwise direction. Okay, so this is our first case, in which case we have to return -1. Okay, now in second case, when we are having a unique solution, a unique solution in sense, unique solution in sense, like if we are starting from any point, like if we are starting from this point, then we should be able to travel this whole distance and come back to this initial point. So this will be a solution. If we are starting from this point, then in that case we should be able to travel this whole path and come back to like from where we have started. And if this is our solution, so in the same way, like there is only one solution, so this can be the solution, this can be the solution, any gas station can be the solution. Okay, so like if we start from this 0 index, and if we check, if initially our fuel tank is 0, and we will use this gas, so our fuel tank capacity would be 1. Now we require 3 units to travel from I index to I plus 1 index. So this is not the solution, because if it would have been the solution now, then we would be able to travel from this point and come back to this point. So, and if we are not able to travel from I to I plus 1 index, then this is not the solution, because we only have unique solution. In the same way, we will check for second index. So our fuel capacity is 0. So we are not able to travel from this. So again, we will make our fuel capacity as 0. So we will start from first index. Okay, so when we start from here, so our fuel capacity will be 2, because we have refill our fuel by this gas station. Okay, now we require 4 unit to travel from first index to second index, but our current fuel capacity is 2, so we will not be able to travel this. So this is also not a solution, because if it would have been the solution, then we would be able to travel from this point, we will able to travel clockwise and come back to this point. But as we are not able to travel from I to I plus 1 index through this point, this is not a solution. So we will check for this one. Okay, so in this case, now again fuel capacity would be 0. Now we have come to the third index or second index, and we will refill our fuel with 3. So 3 will be our fuel tank capacity. Now from 3 to 4 we required 5 unit of fuel to go from second index to fourth index, second index to third index. Okay, so this is not possible, because to travel from any I index to I plus 1 index, we require the cost to be less than or equals to the current fuel tank capacity. Okay, so this is also not a potential solution. So this is also not a potential solution. Again, the reason is same, because if this would have been the solution, then we would be able to travel from this point point and come back to this point clockwise, but we are not able to travel from I to I plus 1 index. So if we are not able to travel to the next point, how come we can travel the whole path in a clockwise direction through this index? So this is also not a solution. Okay, now we will check for this 4 1. So initially our fuel tank amount will be 0, then we will fill it with 4. Now for our fuel tank capacity is 4 and we require one cost to travel from 3 to 4 index, so it will be 3. Now we have reached to our fourth index, then again this fuel will be added to our fuel tank, so 5 plus 3, so our current fuel capacity would be 8. Now we will travel to from 4 to 0 index, it required 2, so it will be subtracted from our current, so it would be 6. Now we have reached to 0 index, so it would be added to our fuel capacity, so it would be 7. So our current fuel capacity is 7. Now we are here. Now to go from 1 to 7 we require 3 costs. So as we are having that much amount of fuel, so again 3 will be subtracted, so we are left with 4. So we have reached to this point. Now 2 will be added, so our fuel capacity would be 6. Now to travel from this point from first index to second index we require 4 costs, so that we are able to get that. So our fuel tank will left with 2. Now we have reached to this index, so now we will add our fuel capacity would be 3. Fuel will be added to our fuel tank, so it would be 3. Now from 2 to 3 we required 5. uh, uh, 2 it would be 2 3, so it would be 5, sorry, because we have reached here. We were having 6 capacity at this point, we have utilized 4, so we are left with 2. Now 2 we will add 3, so total amount we will have total fuel tank we will have 5, then we utilize all 5 and we will left with 0, and we have reached to our initial or starting position. So this is the required solution. So in this way, like so this is the required solution, this and only this will be our required solution. Other solution does not exist, because we it is already stated in the question, because we will have only unique solution. So what we have seen now, we will start from the index 0 and we will check whether from this index we are able utilizing the gas, we are able to pay the cost and move to the next index. If we are able to, then it is our required solution. Otherwise if we are not able to, then it is not a required solution, because if in case if it would be the required solution, that in that case from that point we will be able to traverse all the gas stations clockwise, and we will be able to come back to that point. But as we are not able to travel from I to I plus 1 point, then in that case it is not a required solution. So this is our second scenario. And the first scenario we have seen, where total cost would be greater than total gas. In that case it will never be able to uh, to to travel all these gas stations in a clockwise direction. Okay, so now we will look to its implementation. So first of all we will have int is equals to, we can take gas or cost size. Now we will have int uh, total gas is equals to 0, int of total cost is equals to 0. Now we will iterate for int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. First of all what we will do, we will add total gas, total, because we have to look for this scenario also na, when total cost is greater than total gas. So we will do that in the same loop. Total gas plus is equals to gas of I, and total cost plus is equals to cost of I. Okay, have this integer variable fuel capacity that will, okay, so we will have this fuel capacity, this variable, where we will have our cost I, gas I minus cost I. Okay, so fuel capacity is current. Okay, we will add that, because what we are doing to the fuel tank, we are adding the gas, then we are subtracting the cost. Okay, so that we will do, so gas I minus cost of I. Now in that case, If it goes less than 0, then in that case our current index is not the solution, because if we have seen this case, we are not able to travel from this index to this index, so this is not our solution. Okay, so what may be the potential solution? The next index one. So we will start from the next index, we will not look backward. So if you value fuel CAPI capacity is less than 0, in that case we will start. Okay, sorry, we have to make our one variable that will have the answer. Required INDX index is equals to 0. Okay, we will have REQUIRED INDX index is equals to I plus 1, because we will start from the next, and then we will make fuel CAPI capacity is equals to 0. Now, okay, so this basically we have calculated. Now we have to check if total cost is greater than TOTL, total gas. In that case, we will never be able to traverse it completely. So we will return -1, no solution possible. Otherwise, we will return the required index. Okay, so this is basically a solution. First, we will run this, whether it passes all the test cases. Yes, now we can submit. So yes, it is submitted successfully. Now regarding its time complexity, so as we are traversing the fuel this index, as we are traversing this path in a linear on one time linearly, so its time complexity will be capital O of n, where n is the size of this gas or can be the size of this cost array. Okay, so this is our solution. Thank you for watching.